Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Young Baca, and you tuned into the BSide show from State of Battle Rap Edition. We're going to do this once a month, and to start it off, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh, I am Brian Andrew, but I also go as Crazy K because that's what all my battles are labeled as. But yeah, I like to be Brian Andrew.
The face of gun bars right here, right?
Yeah, the face
there
of
you
gun
go,
bars.
there you go.
You know, I bring violence to the IE.
Introduce yourself, man.
My name is Lex D, a.k.a. Bruno Bars. That's my street name, Bruno Bars.
My name is Young One, but I also go by Vodka Gravis.
It's a great name. This is a great name. So, yo, like I said, we're going to start doing this once a month. We're going to discuss the state of battle rap, where we think it's at right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's start off. Lex, how was Canada, man?
Canada was amazing.
For the people that don't know, you traveled to Canada this weekend.
Yes.
You battled.
Yes, I battled Cheddar Cheese this weekend in Canada,
That's
actually.
Huge, man. That's huge.
Edmonton, Alberta. Shouts out to D-Dub, Sketch Menace, everyone who held it down there. Yeah, it was huge. This is definitely one of the biggest battles I've had.
I think it's easily the biggest battle, right?
Yeah, easily, definitely.
And how was it, man? You think you got that?
It went very well.
I know you don't want to be an asshole on camera, like, oh, I bodied the dude. It was easy. They were chanting my name when I left. I was crowd surfing, but you know, as humbly as you can. Do you think you got that?
Everyone said it was 2-1 my favor. I think footage is going to be a lot closer because I still think he did amazing, but he even posted a status saying that he was somewhat disappointed in his performance, and you know, I guess he didn't get his stuff off as well as he would like to. But no, yeah, it was an amazing battle.
That's part of battle rap. If you don't get your material off how you would like, that's a knock on you and your skill. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah, it's part of the process or the performance. Yeah.
That leads to my second question. Why do you think you're getting so much buzz up north and you don't really see you get booked for events like Battle of the Bay, things like that? And this is the B-Side show. This is what we do. We talk about sensitive issues, man. That's why we're here right now. So
it's getting a little hot right now.
That's what we do.
No, I'm just kidding. No, shouts out to the Fresh Coast. Even when I go up to Canada, I always rep Fresh Coast. I even had like a little line poking fun that I never get booked in the Fresh Coast, but I'm always getting booked in Canada. But it's all fun and games. So it's all jokes. You know what? I'm not sure why. I wish I knew the answer to that question as well. No, actually, I think the Fresh Coast is just putting on very quality, high caliber events recently. Like they're getting like the million viewed rappers for these events, and you know, like the URL guys like Averb, and like they're flying out all these like super top tiers. And I mean, I just found like my little niche in like Canada and it's been working out, so might as well just stick to that. And then once hopefully, I mean, I would love to battle on the Fresh Coast, you know. I know you know,
hint to everyone that's watching. Yo,
definitely an easier drive.
Shout out to DJ Munsky, just came through with a whole bunch of dog cans and Jack Daniels. Not really helping my rehab stint, but I really appreciate it.
Eat a man.
And now we just look like a bunch of pieces of shit.
Yeah, right? I think they looked at us like that before we had the alcohol on. But we're talking about Battle of the Bay, offense like that. We're now, it seems like the Fresh Coast is leaning towards more gun bars, more URL rappers. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are split. A lot of people think we should keep it West Coast. A lot of people appreciate the fact that we're flying those artists. So how do you feel about that, Young One?
I mean, that's what gets views, though. I mean, right now, like, everybody seems to be looking for views, and they're getting the most viewed dudes. Like, Rum Nitty had, like, the fastest come up in battle rap history.
It was amazing. And truthfully, I don't understand it. He's an amazing cat, but I've never seen somebody blow up that fast.
Well,
before.
You know what? Rum Nitty's been in Arizona for years, man. He's a vet in Arizona. He's been battling for years. And so I think
where you're from, Arizona, right?
Yeah,
I don't want to cut you off, but
he's one of those dudes that just like really needed a shot. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of cats that like once they get that shot, they're gonna blow. It's just about getting that opportunity. But I think that's why it is, though. I think a lot of cats just aren't getting the views for some reason. You know what? I think it is. I think it's the Ground Zero channel. Whoa, yeah. I think part of it is the Ground Zero channel. A lot of the Ground Zero battles I don't know if they should be up there, so a lot of people watch a Ground Zero battle, think Ground Zero's whack.
But isn't that why you had, you know, we have Prove Yourself, Ground Zero, and the main page, correct?
Right. But I mean, like, no offense to Canada, but I mean, like, who does Canada have that's Ground Zero that's a solid fucking opponent?
Well, that's true. And
why did I get offended? I'm like, oh, wait, my Canadian side came out. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, if you think about it, too, the fact that there's a main page, like, if you're kind of like, battle rap's kind of cool and stuff, then like, you're gonna watch the main page. But
if you're a casual fan, right?
But if you're a diehard fan, then maybe you watch Ground Zero. But there's a lot of fans who just kind of watch it. There's a lot.
Just you a casual fan.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't even watch it, and I'm on the State of Battle Rap address right now.
Yeah,
So
that's great. That's great. Everyone that was trying to get booked for the show that didn't is kind of upset with me right now, but it's all good. The guy said, I don't even watch Battle Rap. It's all good, though. I still made my way up here. It's all good.
He's here for the free food.
Yeah, right? Free food. I don't know if we have food, but we have a lot of beer. So
that's all right. That makes me full.
So how do you feel about everything going on the Fresh Coast in particular?
Well, I think there's a reason why they booked like the URL guys. Of course, there's a lot of money into this and all that. But there's a lot of people who are like diehard West Coast people who want to see Thesaurus, Dumbfounded, and all those people that I even grew up with. Those were the guys I was watching a few years ago. And then you bring in these guys who are now doing the Smack URL Gumbar thing. It's
most
like,
respected stage in battle rap.
It's the most respected stage, but a lot of people don't like it. You can be respected, but you don't have to like it.
Do you not like Smack? It seems
I respect the fact that they spend a lot of time, it seems like, putting their battles together. It's like, hey, if you have that much time, that's dope.
I mean, it's a company, though. You know what I'm saying? They treat it like it's a company, like it's a business.
Yeah, like, when it comes from a business standpoint, and that's the thing, too. Like, if you think about it, like, URL and Smack is a very New York-based thing, and that's how they rap out there, and that's dope. But here on the West Coast, we rap a totally different way. No one rapped like a Smack URL rapper at Project Blowed. This
300%.
So so you bring in all these guys out here. So it's like I feel like the West Coast is putting battle rap events on. They're not putting Fresh Coast events on.
Because we're flying in all these different cats from New York, Detroit, St. Louis, whatever.
Like Cassidy's first battle back was in L.A. It was not on the East Coast, and he's an East Coast rapper.
Exactly.
So like
speaking of Cassidy, what do you guys think? What did you guys think about the E4 event, particularly Cassidy versus Disaster? You have you have a worried look on your face. Go ahead, you go first, man.
He's been waiting for this conversation.
You've been waiting for this for about 2 months now, right?
Not even that. It's just I don't know, man. I just feel like how much did they pay him? $250,000.
I don't know. Was that how much it
supposedly
was?
for 2 battles?
That's insane. There's no way it could be that much, right?
It was. I guess
that's just speculation. It has to be speculation. $250,000 is a lot of money, dude.
Yeah,
it's a lot of money for 2 battles.
And then it's like they can't afford to put on. They couldn't afford to pay anybody else. Like people are paying out of pocket and shit. And it's like they didn't recoup the event or the money from the event.
It's hard to recoup $250,000. I throw a lot of events, and we don't come anywhere close to that. You know what I'm saying?
That's not even the whole event. $250,000 was just Cassidy.
Exactly.
You're not talking about
it's
the
hard
venue.
To
you're talking about
that.
all the other rappers. You're talking about flights. You're talking about wristbands. What it costs to put on the pay-per-view.
Wristbands cost that
all
much,
that.
but go ahead.
Just everything. Just like real shit though. Think of all the overhead that goes into an event.
I agree.
Yo, man, those wristbands are killing my events, man.
Yeah, man, that's why we don't give wristbands out.
Right? What do you feel about that, Lex? Go ahead.
What, Cassidy versus... Oh, yeah, let me take a...
Get liquid up. That's what we have, man.
That's kind of... Notice I went for the Modelo first. I'm like, Modelo or Jack Daniels?
Disaster versus Cassidy. How do you feel about it, man?
The second version was a lot better when they had it around the crowd. I don't like it when it's on the main stage. I personally feel, I know I'm going to get a lot of haters who say this, but a lot of haters right now. But I think Disaster is really dope at what he does, but he's not the best person for a Cassidy. And I felt like Cassidy was super 2002, but he did it really well. You know what I mean? I think Cassidy outperformed Disaster.
I'm sick of hearing people say that. What makes him 2002?
It's just kind of you're saying things like you're calling someone gay and stuff and expecting that to be a punchline. This is 2015.
Like a hair salon.
Yo, I'm fly like a bumblebee.
Woo!
Hard.
You know what I mean? If you're going to be, especially if you think about, they flew a bunch of Smack URL kind of guys out there. Those guys, their bars are so advanced, and then you bring in Cassidy in the main event, his bars are not that advanced. But I thought he performed very well.
Right.
But Disaster, I felt he could have done better. I feel like that about every Disaster battle. I feel like he battles so much that now he's kind of oversaturated himself.
He hasn't been battling that much, though.
Yeah, but I've been. But the thing is, every single event that I feel like is major, he's on it.
I don't think it's been like that. Now, when you think about when we on the Blackout 5, correct? He's not a blackout
We
5, and that's
don't
because
need
of
him
the
at blackout 5.
That's because of the suspension, though, correct?
But
'Cause
like
he's suspended?
anything
Right.
that's Fresh Coast, he's on it.
But not if it's King of the Dot, though.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah, well, exactly. that's what I'm trying to get my point across,
Yeah.
though. He's not as booked recently in the last
Just because he
6
punched
months, whatever it
somebody,
is.
but
Yeah,
that's not. But before then, like I felt like
I agree.
you get to the point. Like for example, I'm gonna even say this too. Like the Saurus was my favorite battle rapper growing up, and I even feel he's getting a little oversaturated because he's battling so much.
He's a battler. That's how he makes his money. That's how he gets
Well,
his name
that's the
across.
fine.
Where do you find that balance, though?
Well, the thing is, if he's a battler and that's how he makes his income, then let him do that. But me as a fan, I'm over it.
I think that's one of the hardest things. I think that's one of the hardest things in battling is how do you still keep your name relevant and make your money without oversaturating yourself? Well, I think that's the same issue we have in LA hip hop, where people are trying to get on shows, trying to stay relevant, but then they're at a show every night and they become oversaturated.
Well, if you
How
think
do you
about
find that balance?
if you think about it, one of the hottest names at Blackout right now is gonna be Dumbfounded because he hasn't battled in 2 years.
Good point.
I'm
But
super
he's
stoked for that, yeah.
I'm excited too. Who do you think he's going to battle?
If I don't want to sound like I'm going with what everyone else is thinking, but the one that
Talking
made
about, man, kid, look it up. This is what it's all about.
yeah,
B-side show forum hosted by Young Baca. This is what we do. We
Bars.
get drunk.
Is that
Yeah.
where we drive?
the one that's where we're at.
Shit.
I think he's probably gonna battle Conceited. It just makes the most sense. They were both like two of the top battle rappers at their time when Dumbfounded
He
took
decided
a,
to call it quits.
yeah, when he took a break.
Exactly.
So I think that just entertainment wise, Conceited's on Wild and Out now, so Dumbfounded's pretty big. So I think that might be the one. I'm not sure.
I think he's kind of big. He's throwing out the first pitch at Dodger games.
Yes.
A little bit big.
A
Whatever.
little bit,
yeah.
he's
Okay.
aight.
He's yeah.
So
Like, I throw out pictures at Dodger games all the time. So.
yeah. Pomona Little League, but that's a different
Yeah.
story. So I'm
Like,
gonna have to ask you to leave.
For the Little League Pomona Dodgers.
Bars.
We
Shout out
got,
to
we got Crazy Ken, and my name's all spelled wrong on the flyer.
Yo, shouts out to Dumbfounded though. He's like my
Yeah,
favorite of all
man.
time, actually, battle rap wise. So
Same here, man. Same here. So, yo, how do you pay somebody like Cassidy $250,000, which I think is crazy to pay anybody that amount of money, and somewhat recoup your money? You have these huge events like they had
Right.
E4, but then you lose that garage feel that we all grew up on, that we're all accustomed to going to.
Right.
Little small events, which I think brings out the best of battlers. But now that battle rap is growing so much, how do you adjust that? How do you find that balance?
Well, I think those events aren't thrown for like the diehard fans. Like that's like the real battle rap fans like didn't give a fuck about Cassidy. Like most cats did not give a
I
shit.
didn't give a damn about Cassidy.
You didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a
I
fuck.
didn't give a
Lex didn't give a fuck. You probably
I
didn't.
didn't
give
know
a
what was
fuck.
happening.
You didn't. Like who gives a fuck about Cassidy?
You don't watch battles, right?
I was like, what the hell is an Ethan?
You were just here for the Jack Daniels.
Yeah, I was
so.
like, the hell? Isn't that a
Go
no
ahead,
song?
man. I ain't mean to cut you off. I ain't mean to cut you off. So you said
Well,
diehard fans don't
I
really
mean,
care
I
about
think that's what
Cassidy.
it is. So it's like, so like the casual observer is used to seeing like concerts and big MMA fights or boxing matches with like that kind of feel, with like the stadium feel, and so like they don't mind it. You know what I mean?
So you lose the integrity of battle rap when you throw those events. But when battle rap's getting so big and more people want to come to events, how do you keep that balance? I think that's the struggle everyone's dealing with.
I would
right
say
now.
just push it out to the pay-per-views. Keep it in a smaller venue. Put it out to
I
pay-per-views.
can't believe that pay-per-views
Yeah,
make that much money though.
The thing is, they might not, especially because,
think
for
so.
example, I could buy a pay-per-view and then have you guys all come over, and they just lost 4 buys right there. But it's one of those things where it's like, you know what? It keeps the integrity though. The second version of Disaster versus Cassidy was a lot better than the first version.
Yeah,
So much
exactly, and I think everyone sees it. I think the people that put on that event saw that was much better. But how do you do that though? King of the Dot, West Coast Media Group, they're a business. How do you go about your business trying to make as much money as you can, like you do in any business, while still keeping the integrity of your products?
Well, you could raise the prices of your tickets, but keep it where you only you reach a certain capacity, and that's it. Like you put your pre-sales out, only so many people could buy them or whatever, and then that's it. And then the rest have to buy pay-per-views.
But you know what? I mean, not to cut you off, but
Yeah.
if
Cut him off. This is what we do.
man,
Go ahead.
just-
yeah,
this is
man.
what we do.
Malachi on him. Time.
It's a forum, not
okay,
a
then
debate.
shut the fuck up. Okay, no, so but it doesn't have to lose its integrity. Like, did you see when Disaster battled in fucking the Philippines?
Exactly.
And that event was amazing. Like
That was like a stadium, right?
it was
like,
it was where they had the Thrilla in Manila fight. It was a big fucking stadium. The shit looked sold out. Like there was like thousands of people just to watch.
Disaster
battle.
came out to like the Rocky theme and shit.
Yeah, he was dressed like Johnny Cage, like America colors and the little glasses and shit. Like, you don't have to lose the integrity. The thing is, you gotta have you gotta have a schedule. You gotta keep it tight. Like, it does lose a little bit of like the garage, like intimate feel that battling comes from.
Your sound guy has to be the best in the business if you're gonna pull this off. Though.
Absolutely.
Like if you just got your friend to do the sound, then I can see why there's gonna be problems. But they could pull it off if they have the budget to pull it off. That means you don't get 250,000 to kill it.
I think that's as big as a budget as battle rap's ever going to see, though. Is what just happened.
You give 250,000 to your sound guy and have a great event. That's what you do. You know, like.
It's exaggerating, but I know what you mean.
No fucking
sound
man. Yeah, that's an expensive sound.
Yo, man, but the sound's gonna be dope. The sound's gonna be dope.
Right.
Hey, man.
But I see what you're saying, though. Yeah, you gotta see. They didn't invest it equally, though. They put all their fucking eggs in one basket, and then they half-assed the rest of the event.
But that's why your casual fan came out to see that, though. Is because Cassidy was going to battle.
So yeah,
I didn't give a damn about Cassidy. Like you said,
right,
none of us gave a damn. But the average person that's not in the battle rap, say Deejay Nimfo, shout out Deejay Nimfo on the ones and twos. He's not big in the battle rap, you know what I'm saying? He just now started getting into it. And Cassidy's battling, I'm gonna go check out Cassidy. So that's who they're going for. And it loses some integrity, but you gotta find a balance. I don't think anyone's been able to find it.
Well, there's two things. First of all, if you're gonna put $250,000 at Cassidy, you lost that money. You're not gonna make that back. So you just gotta understand.
They paid him that much.
You just gotta understand that. So at that point, you're not trying to make back $250,000. You're trying to see, all right, what's the rest of the budget? And you're trying to make up the rest of the budget again, because you're not going to make back $250,000. But at the same time, they made their money at that event. They made their money.
Make a lot of money, yeah.
You know, regardless of how well it was or how bad it was,
It was sold out, right?
They made their money. So it's either if you're trying to make your money or you're trying to put on a good battle event. That's the question you want to have.
Yeah, that's two different things, apparently. Yeah, it makes sense. So, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
But I bet you in one of the meetings, they're trying to figure out how do we put on a good battle event and how do we make our money, though.
And that's why you don't book us three for the B-Side show. and you book Lush One Organic.
Lush One Organic and fucking Smash.
It's a great thing. With that being said, how do you feel about mainstream artists coming into battle rap? How do you feel, young one?
I mean, it's tough because they come in and they get slaughtered. Like, I think Cassidy's the only one that really didn't get fucked up in a battle.
Joe did good. I think Joe Budden did good.
He clearly lost it, though. He did well. Like, he was cool.
Lost it, but you know, if I'm doing,
he did good for Joe Budden.
You know what I mean? He did good for an average battle rapper, dude. He held his own against Hollow the Don.
See, like,
Hollow the Don is, in my opinion, one of the best battle rappers.
That's where I was going with this, though, is that they come in and like they're obviously gonna get somebody dope, and they're obviously gonna get like the big dope name, and they're not ready for it. You know what I mean? Their first battles against Hollow the Don, you're gonna lose. Your first battles against fucking Disaster, you're probably gonna lose, like Cannabis.
I think it's pretty exciting as a fan. Like every time. What was the first one? Cannabis. Even I was like, "Oh shit, Cannabis is battle rapping." Deal. Then I saw, I was like, "Oh man, that's sad."
Still to this day,
I still think that was a dope battle.
Yeah,
like, he was killing it.
I thought that was a dope battle.
Round, he was killing
like if you get past all the extra shit, like it was entertaining.
Brian has
shit's hard to get past. Dude.
Yeah, Brian has Cannabis winning 2-1.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I do, man. I have Cannabis winning that battle 1-2. Like he lost 2 rounds, but he took the battle. He took the battle.
Are you serious?
He lost 2 rounds. But he took the battle.
I booked this B-Side show on. But anyways, in all seriousness, you think he won that?
I think if you're okay, there's a lot of perspectives as a battle rapper.
I'm pretty sure he's true.
Go ahead.
Bar for bar, Disaster won.
Clearly.
Getting your shit out, Disaster won. Entertaining, Cannabis killed him. Disaster was not entertaining at all. Cannabis was so
Daylight is undefeated.
So,
you know
like the fact that Cannabis took out his rap book and was like, I'm still doing it, even though everyone's booing me. Like
Brian's making a storm in the battle rap community right now.
You're gonna bring up a battle that's a couple years old now. Right?
Headline.
We're still arguing about
like, everyone's gonna be watching the show like, hey, that white guy knows nothing.
So, I feel like if you have that big of a failure, you automatically lose. You don't feel that way in battle rap? Like, I think Joe Budden automatically lost because he put his microphone down and said, I'm not doing this. Right. He was mad people were booing.
I don't like to selflessly plug, but I have a 2 million view battle where I fucked up.
I'm surprised it took 17 minutes into the show for you to break it up.
Shameless plug.
I've watched it 2 million times.
I slipped up so much in that battle. Yeah, I still get comments that people say,
But-
"Yo, the cracker took that, man. That white boy got jokes."
Yo,
you
nerd
doing
got
it.
that battle,
yeah,
man.
yo,
2-1.
nerd got that.
Yo, who was that battle against for the people that don't know?
It's a little sexy, but it's labeled nerd versus 15-year-old battle rapper.
Nice.
So, and by the way, I guess I'm going to go back to A-Hat in April.
Nice.
And so the nerd is back. I'm just letting you guys know.
That's big,
The
man.
shameless plugs are
That's
real.
Because
Yeah.
I know you decided not to battle rap anymore. What made you change your mind?
It's, every battle rapper gets to the point where they're just like, I don't need to do
What are
this
we doing
anymore.
this for?
You're
Yeah.
kind of like, it takes time to prepare for every battle. So you're just like, I know what I'd rather do with that time? Watch Netflix. So, and then you get to the point where you watch Netflix for a while, you're like, oh, I might battle again. And then you try to get kind of back into it. You talk to a couple people, like, not a lot of people knows I booked 2 battles last year. And they both fell through.
I didn't know that.
So,
I knew
like,
that.
And we're best friends, and I didn't know
yeah,
that. So.
it's okay. Like,
Lex is so jealous right
when
now.
me and you cuddle, I decide not to
Yeah.
talk about battle rap. I save it for the
Good
show.
stuff. Really helping me out with my image, but go ahead.
Yes. So
So what battles did you have booked last year that fell through?
I was booked against J-Sense for
Why?
for Lee We Won't. It
Shout
was
out to J-Sense,
okay,
man. Shout out to J-Sense.
no offense
shouts out.
no offense to J-Sense, but I was talking to Lex and I was like, I'm thinking about battling again. So there's this little league in IE. I didn't mean to disrespect it by saying
let's
that.
do
Little
it,
league?
baby. This is what we
Shots
do.
fired.
Little small league down there in
Casual
Illinois.
conflicts.
Casual conflicts.
Yeah.
And they were
Shouts
gonna-
out, yeah. TBC.
I'm battling
So
them
if
there next
TVG's
month.
watching this, hello. And I was going to get like $30 about J-Sense.
In that case, you gotta do it.
You gotta
know what
do
I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah, I was like,
The honesty is real.
I was gonna get gas money plus possibly like McDonald's.
Hey, I'll be honest, that's a lot more than most battle rappers get.
And it
though,
depends-
let's be
and
serious
It's
about
like
it,
you,
though.
Cassidy, and then you're right under him.
Yeah, it's like, did you know? A lot of people are like, did you know? How do you pay a Brian Andrew $30 to battle rap? How are you gonna have enough money for the rest of the event?
How do you
I'll
recoup
be honest,
$30?
Just
That
pay the
was-
sound man the
That was
$30.
an honest debate that they were having at Casual Conflicts, though. Let's be honest, man. That was an honest conversation they had. So what
hey
happened?
man, this is probably the most plugged Casual Conference ever
How
done.
did
So
they-
they
Yeah,
better
bro.
thank us.
How did they offer you 30,000? Though they like, we'll give you money. And you're like, how much? And they're like, 30.
And I'm like, tight.
Is that what happened?
Pretty much. I was like, hey, I need a little incentive. And they're like, I'll give you $30. And I was like, all right. So, but the thing, the battle fell through, and then I still went to the event trying
They
to get
probably-
$30.
They probably went low. They were probably like, we'll start off at 30 so we have wiggle room.
How
to go
how does
up.
25 sound?
It's funny. I get $30, but Lex gets like what, 60?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, true story.
And
I-
a flight
I
to
got-
Canada.
So, but then like, all right. So I was about to. Lex was gonna battle Pariah at
Battle of the Zay.
Battle Zay. So
Yeah.
and I was like, I want to go to the Zay. So SM put a status saying he wants to battle, and then that battle fell through due to a tragedy in his family. And then I just haven't battled. And then all of a sudden, my battle starts creeping on 2 million views, and I'm like, maybe I should, take advantage of this and see if I really want to do this again. Because, 3 battles back, you're like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do 3 battles, see how I feel, and then we'll take it from there.
Nice, man. Nice,
And then, maybe
Nice.
I'll start getting, I'll go with Lex to go to Canada. I'll be getting low card battles while he's main
I
eventing.
don't know.
This is
Separate
this is
flights,
my
please.
lane, motherfucker. But with that being said, this is B-Side Show State of Union address. Let's take a break so my boy Lex could handle that drink. B-Side Show.
Dr. Green Thumb. Paging Dr. Green Thumb. Hello, my name is Dr. Green Thumb. I'd like to tell you just where I'm from. In the hills where the trees go wild with wheat fields. The fucking pigs with shields holding.
What's up, this is B-Real, the Buddha Master, shouting out BSideShow.net. Chilling at the Crazy Horse. Should be here.
Don't let me see no cops. Truckload ready to hit the highway.
Police and thieves in the street. Oh yeah. Scaring the nation with their guns and ammunition. Police and thieves in the street. Oh yeah.
What's up? You back with Young Baca, B-Side Show Forum, the State of Battle Rap. Shout out to my boy Deejay Nimfo on the ones and twos. Official Young Baca Productions DJ. Catch him every Thursday night at PD's Place doing the ones and twos. That along with live comedy. But
That's scary.
back to battle. I jumped into that promoter mode for a minute. You ain't never
For
seen
real?
that before.
Yeah,
I know it's a little intimidating,
I've
man.
seen it on the blogs.
Yeah. Hey, shouts out to Laughing Stock though, and
Yeah, man, he
and my other friend Cairo, he looks like a reggae shark one time.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Big up to Laughing Stock.
So, Laughing Stock's a dick. But like you were saying,
I love Laughing
We both battled him.
you were creeping up on 2 million views, and then you figured, you know what, I'll capitalize on this. And how did you jump back into it? You hit up a couple people like, yo, I want to battle.
Well, how did the first? Oh, so Joe Cutter actually put us.
Shout out to Joe Cutter.
He put
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
snap.
He offered me pastries out of
That's my Uncle Joe.
So,
I have a picture of him giving a weed cookie to Crazy K.
dude, that's cute.
Go ahead, man. Go
So
ahead.
he put a stats up that's like him and Cardeems are gonna do 2-on-2, right? And I know that like, hey, a lot of people might not know who I am, but a lot of these guys still think I have some credibility. So I jumped in the conversation. I was like, hey, I'll do it. And then Joe Cutter's like, sure. And I was like, oh shit. So, and then I was like, I need to find a partner. And then I guess Choose just kind of fell into my lap. He's a big guy, so my lap hurts.
Yeah, right. Shout out to Choose Baca. Great dude.
And then Epic was gonna put on an event for the IE, and he was like, "Who do you want to battle?" And I was like, "I don't know."
Said Cassidy.
Yeah, I was like, but the thing is, like,
They're like, I don't know, we're giving that money to the sound man. We can't afford you right now.
yeah, and I was like, no, I was like, yeah, I was
$30.
like, that's what I would have done. So he offered me Michael Millions, and I was like, sure, I'll do that.
Oh, that'd
Or
be
Michael
great.
Millions, man.
Michael or Michael.
Team Green.
Team Greeley, official
I
Young
think
Baca
it's cool,
Productions host. He's a great. Honestly, he's just a nice guy. You know
I think
what
our
I'm
battle's gonna look like a double stuffed Oreo.
Yeah.
and it's gonna be awesome. Like,
honestly, I've seen him battle live. I've seen him battle against Jay Sense. First time I met the dude, we're just kicking at the LA Battleground. I don't even know he's going to battle. We're just chopping up. He's like, all right, I got to go now. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. And I see him on stage throwing beans at Jay Sense, and it was awesome. So shout out to Michael Millions, man. One of the funniest dudes I know. One of the most humble dudes I know. I know you got some stuff coming up too, man.
Oh yeah, I got a couple.
I don't know if you
battles
can
coming up.
announce it or not, or
Oh yeah. I'm battling.
I don't know if the people are going to snipe you or.
I'm battling Taz actually in Casual Conflict.
Nice. Casual Conflicts. Casual Conflicts getting a lot of airtime on the
Yeah.
B-Side show, eh?
Yo, for real. Like,
airtime on the
I think
B-Side show.
they all owe us $30 right now.
And then what else? I'm doing the Bizzle Fest. I just got asked to do Bizzle Fest. Rest in
That's
peace,
tight.
Young B.
That rest in peace though. Yeah, that's tight.
He was fucking phenomenal,
Yeah,
man.
rest in
It's-
peace, Young B, man.
So we're gonna hold it down for him. That's later this month. Taz is next month, and then the month after that, I'm battling in New Mexico for UBR. Shout out to UBR. They've been fucking awesome this whole time.
Hell yeah.
Nice, man. Nice, man. I know you just came off your epic battle. You have anything planned yet, or you just kicking it? What's the mustache, by the way,
shit.
dude? You had your
Aw,
signature
man,
stash.
you know what?
Now it's gone.
Too soon, Young Baca.
Yeah,
Too
my
soon.
bad,
First
my
of all, it had to go. My mustache caught a rape case. It has to hide under.
I know how that goes.
One of those. Yeah. So, but no, going back to like the whole like battle rappers and how much you battle and the branding thing. Like, I'm in a very weird place where I'm like, I finally have my door, the foot in the door again.
You're doing your
And
foot.
yeah, the door is definitely my foot. Yeah. Actually,
imagine
you know
that
what? You know
hurt.
what just happened right now? Like while you guys were talking, I was like, I had the mic down, and then like, doing this whole thing, and I put the mic to my mouth, and I was like, oh shit, that's not my drink. But
Just natural reaction.
Yeah,
hanging out
natural
with
reaction.
Crazy
You know,
K right
exactly.
there.
Yeah.
That's all good.
But no, actually, I have one battle that we're trying to get in the works. It's not 100% confirmed, but it's looking good. And all I can say about it is that it's in Canada and it's against a Don't Flop rapper from the UK.
Man.
So
Nice,
that's
man.
See,
yeah.
like Lex is like so main event that he can't like
Yeah,
tell us who
right?
he's battling. I just gave you guys everyone, and it's like, oh, I'm battling Taz.
You
like,
just spoke
I'm
up how
battling
you
Michael
get booked,
Williams.
right?
Yeah, but he's like, oh, I'm battling this mystery guy. I'm battling Sting at WrestleMania.
Nice, man. So, yo, speaking of Don't Flop, man, what do you guys feel like about Don't Flop? I was watching them maybe, seriously, before Young One picked me up, I was asleep watching battles. That's kind of life. That's the kind of life Young Baca lives now. I know you guys think I'm out there hustling and everything, but I'm sleeping.
That's
most
that
of the
next
time.
level
Young Baca
shit.
Productions.
That's that Young's life. But Don't Flop, I feel like there's a lot of dope battles and there's a lot of battles I don't know what the hell they're saying.
Yeah,
is that just
yeah.
me or is that everybody else?
You know
that
what? To
accent's
be
getting in the way.
honest, I am actually a huge fan of Don't Flop. I've been trying to get
Why do you
out
keep looking
there.
at this camera? There's all these cameras, like it's switching. I just want to let you
Oh
know.
yeah, I'm all
'Cause you
like,
keep looking-
yeah, I'm on camera X.
Yeah,
No,
go
but
ahead.
yeah, it's
You should hit up Sunny Bam.
yeah, I'm a huge fan of that. I'm trying. Yeah, I want to battle. I would love to battle Don't Flop Atlanta. But I've been wanting
That's
to
the
battle.
USA invasion.
Yeah,
right?
USA one. But just because Don't Flop, I noticed they have a lot of top tier like comedian rappers though. Like they have like a lot of top funny guys. Whereas you know how we were talking about
Exactly.
nowadays we're trying to go more to like the smack route. But in Don't Flop, they're still about the creativity and like being like not taking it too seriously. And like there's people I would love to battle on over there. Like
Yeah.
I actually,
You would fit in really nice, actually.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually feel like my style would fit that.
I think
really
both
well.
of you guys, I think all three of your styles would fit into it. Shout out DJ Munson.
Oh yeah, thank
Go
you.
ahead. Go
He's,
ahead.
it's
Man,
like, it's like
shouts
you just
out.
have like supplies of that.
Not your
Yeah,
average
yeah.
radio.
Yeah,
Go ahead, man.
I was gonna tip the bartender.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like here in California, I'm probably going to. I feel like I invented the
Wow,
falling
way
off.
to be fucking humble, man.
Yeah, shouts out to you.
I invented battle rap.
I invented falling off and making it look good
Wow.
here in
Way
California.
to be humble.
He's all, I invented the remix.
I invented losing battles 1-2 and people thinking I won. Like I lost so many battles that I destroyed in the first round, and then I didn't write the rest of the battle. So I really feel like if I could do Don't Flop, I feel like they have the same mentality. They're like, I drink beer. There's soccer like probably 12 miles away. They don't call it soccer over there, like football.
Hey, you think you do good in soccer?
Oh man, dude. I feel like I could be a goalie in an all fat
Great
person league. Like if it was just a bunch of fat people, I'd hold my own. But my ankles can't handle that shit.
Nice. What do you feel about Don't Flop, man?
I think it's cool, man. Like you said, the accents get in the way sometimes, so it's kind of fucking weird to watch.
Racist.
But racist against the
What was
English? That is too conflicting.
What if I
ideas.
said that about that new Spanish league that just like took off right now? I'm like,
Shouts out to Valorio. I actually battled in that league.
Shout
I
out.
can't
Oh,
understand
did you
dinner.
battle in
I
it?
battled in Spanish. Yeah.
Wow, how'd you do, dude?
You did
You know what
muy
the funny thing
bueno.
is? Yeah, I did muy bueno. Yeah. Oh, damn it. You know what the funny thing is? You know how like I keep looking at the camera. I was about to like make a shout out to like the Spanish people. I was like, yeah, but I forgot I don't really know that much Spanish. No, because I was gonna be like in my mind I was like, shouts out to everybody Spanish speaker people. But then like I was like, oh shoot, so that's kind of like a little sign of how I did in the battle. But no, but live it was amazing. I
saw
felt
the pictures and it looked like it was packed.
yeah, it was pretty
It
packed
wasn't
actually.
like We the West 10, Young Bucks.
Yeah, no.
It was close.
Shouts out to Louis the West 10
There you
though.
go,
Like
man.
you
I
don't,
was-
you don't
that's
pack
that
an
shit.
event like Young Buck.
It was
No.
yeah, it was
Greeley.
live. It actually felt like I was getting more reaction. But my opponent, shouts out Able Domain, he's fucking dope. But
Able Domain's amazing.
he's,
in English, I've never seen him in Spanish.
he's like I almost want to say he's a Spanish speaker first though. So that kind
Which
of
I think he is though. I think
Yeah.
Okay, when
But-
Able
You
Domain
talked enough. Go ahead.
2 million views. It's all good.
he's like, the stars.
man and fan in battle.
Hollywood's talking. When Able Domain was doing English battles, he rapped 45% of the battle in Spanish. So,
Yeah, I agree 100%.
So like when he's stepping into this realm, it's like, all right, like
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm surprised that didn't happen before. It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a genius idea, but it's an idea that I felt like I'm surprised no one else came up with it. I'm surprised.
well, okay.
I'm ashamed I didn't come up with it.
To be honest, there was a moment in old school Daily Dole's history we were gonna put the first Spanish
Yeah,
battle
we're-
on.
Yeah.
But just like Daily
You
Dole's
would
always
finish
did.
Spanish rap too. Go ahead.
But Daily Dole's like always didn't follow through. so
Which we're gonna change, but we'll talk about that later.
Oh yeah.
What
So,
happened with the Daily Duels tournament?
Because we just added a vital piece. We don't talk about that. That's like
you know, that was like 2014. We're on 2015 right now.
Yeah, but I'm just
Team
wondering
really
who won.
Team really won. We'll just say that.
Well,
Yeah, we did.
We'll talk about
Really?
Daily Duels. Let's announce it now. Daily Duels is making a comeback, correct? For the
Yeah.
people that don't know, you and Lex actually invented Daily Duels, which was a big battle league in the Inland Empire that spilled out to LA.
Yeah.
So we're actually making a comeback, correct?
Yeah, with the help of Young Baca.
Living the Milking Dream, baby.
Yes,
Living the
yes.
Milking Dream.
Right
There
here.
you go, man. There you go. Oh, it's just
And-
us three. My bad. No, you're still cool, though. You're
Yo,
still
yo,
cool.
Young One's
still
at this
Arizona
table.
chapter.
I'm undefeated in Daily Duels. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna, you know, it's kind of, you know what I want to do with Daily Duels is bring it back to the simple days. We threw events. Daily Duels was pretty much like a family hangout with battles going on, and I want to bring that back.
I agree 100%. When I first started getting into battling, I started going to shows. Daily Duels were some of the first ones I went to at the basement. It was some of the first ones, and it was a fun environment. Everyone was having a great time. People weren't taking themselves too serious, and I'm really excited to be a part of it. And I really want to thank you guys for letting me be part of it. It means a lot, and I'm excited about what we could do. We have an event coming up late May, early April, and I'm excited to see what we're gonna do. So hopefully we get
Definitely.
hopefully we can get Mr. Canada to battle, but we'll see.
You know, we'll see. You know, his schedule's a little open.
But I'm charging 30 Canadian dollars right now. I don't know. That's my price right now.
Yeah,
I don't know if
50
Young One's
American.
2 Ground Zero for
Yeah,
Daily
Young One's on
Duels.
some other stuff, dude. He got sponsors now and everything. So really enjoying that Jack over there, which I'm not mad at you. That's what it's all about, dude.
Thanks. My mom bought it for me.
nice. I said Jack, but it's all good though. It's all good.
When you drinking so much
That's
Jack?
how you know he had too much. Just
Doing
kidding.
good today, kids.
Yo,
Just
man.
kidding.
Also, shout out to Power and Respect, man. I heard you in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big shouts out to Power and Respect, man.
Yeah,
It
shout out to
sucks
Sinner.
because, like I said, it's the whole branding thing. But like I've been meaning to try to get a battle there, but it's just
You're so big time. We get it.
Yeah, man.
We just
I'm just not gonna talk anymore.
When Lex just admits he's a diva on the B-side show.
We keep shouting out all these battle leagues, and 2015 it has to be at least 100 leagues in the United States, correct?
Oh, at least.
Oh, yeah.
So how do you feel about the oversaturation? That all comes back with how do you keep your brand up there? How do you keep your name relevant without selling yourself out? John the Don's having a battle every week in a different state. You know what I'm saying? How do you balance that?
Well, what did you say earlier about Daily Duels? Like, it's not a battle league, it's a...
oh yeah. Like earlier we were having a little conversation. I'm like, Daily Duels, we're not a battle league. We're just back.
Yeah, I love that, dude.
You know, like, yeah, like, if we try to compete with Prove Yourself or Ground Zero, King of the Dot, Power and Respect, then we're going to get lost in the shuffle because we're all putting the same battles on. We're just doing it differently.
Right.
We're doing it in different areas. You know, I feel like Daily Duels will do its own special thing. You know, Power and Respect's going to do their own special thing. They're coming down to San Diego, which I think is dope.
That's awesome.
You know,
I actually saw the flyer today on Facebook.
and I always
before
felt
got
San Diego was a dope, like, metropolitan area to hold an event. You know, I always wanted Daily Duels to go down there, but we just never did. We don't follow through.
Right.
And and
Team
then but you know, like, you know, King of the Dot, you know, none of these leagues are gonna make King of the Dot money. None of these leagues are gonna make URL money. So, you know, it's kind of like stay in your realm and do what you can do to put on the best event you can.
Do you think it's more about the event than the footage?
The way I see it, everybody's after the footage.
Everyone wants the
Everybody
footage.
wants that footage.
Everyone's like, oh my god, when's my battle dropping? But I always felt Daily Duels put on the best events, and our footage was cool. But
awesome.
we always
true,
we
that's
always
true.
had like a half-ass like editor, but we always like our events. No one's left an event of ours and was like, man, that's
Yeah, we always prided ourselves in having like
Except that backyard event.
the most fun
I didn't
events.
know
You know,
that.
like we always prided ourselves in having like the most fun. Like it's always like a family type of like. It always felt more like a hangout than in a battle event.
Yeah, like for example, at We the West 10, this guy was
Brought to you by
like,
Young Baca Production.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fastest growing production company in Los
Which
Angeles.
I was impressed because
Thank
through
you,
that?
thank
Yeah,
you.
no, that was
you
yeah.
had 3 stages, and I've seen events like that or shows like that just look like shit, and you organized that very well.
Thank you.
And that's
Thank you.
probably-
You should have seen We the West too. It was awful. But
that's probably 95% of the reason why me and Lex were like, we can bring Daily Duels back.
yeah,
If
man.
you
I'm
know, like,
excited.
Really, yeah.
but you asked me to host that, and I was like, sure, I could do it. And you know, like the very first thing I wanted to make sure was that the crowd was gonna have fun with it.
Is Baca on his phone right now?
Yeah, dude. Like,
This is a B-side show form hosted by Young Baca. Young Baca
Yeah.
can do whatever the
Like-
hell he wants.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
man,
You know the
exactly.
best part of being Young
It's
Baca? You can do whatever you want, whenever you want. You gotta tell nobody nothing.
It's
Fuck
the,
it.
Yeah, yeah,
it's the
yeah.
B-side show.
I don't
No,
know what happened right there. I'm sorry, dude.
hey,
Don
I-
DeMarco.
You want to take it down a notch?
Why
are you yelling at me?
I know
Like
you.
this.
I know Young Baca gets hosed, but we don't. So
Nah,
can
don't
you
say
be a little
Bars.
bit
that.
respectful?
Don't say that.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
say that.
Hey, hey.
I was gonna turn my phone off, then I realized I don't have to.
Oh man.
It's all good, man.
I'm getting
It's all
messages by a bunch of chicks that are my best.
I'm just
friend.
getting messages by Cairo still. So
good. So,
Yeah,
yo,
that's-
what do you
that's
feel
pretty
about the oversaturation of leagues? Like I just talked about, you got 5 leagues in Detroit. You got 5 leagues in St. Louis.
You know what, man? If your league is, you're either gonna last or you're not. Like a lot of leagues will throw 3-4 events and then they're done. Like the oversaturation is only a problem for like probably the beginning quarter of the year because motherfuckers are like, oh, next year we're gonna throw an event, we're gonna start our own battle league, and then they throw 2 events and then they fucking fall off. Like the people like Power and Respect that fucking stuck around are gonna be here. You know what I mean? Like it's really not a problem because your name's gonna get reputable after a while, and then you're not gonna have to compete with anybody else.
And I think that's the cool thing about Daily Duels is actually like there's probably been 12 to 15 times where me and Lex has been like, we're willing to let Daily Duels go. We're done throwing events. But it's people like you and other people that keep hitting us up like, when's the next Daily Duels? When you guys are doing this? Like we throw some shit events, like they're terrible, and then people are asking for the next one. You know, and that's the reason why, for whatever reason, in 2015, we're bringing Daily Duels back. You know, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm
people
excited,
want it.
baby. Let's do it. Yo, so what battle is who you watching right now, young one?
Let me
When the
see.
battle pops up on the fly, who you checking for?
I just watched. I watched the T-Rex battle earlier today.
T-Rex against Charlie Clips.
Oh God, I
Did you
hate
see-
Charlie Clips so much.
Get off my freaking stage, dude.
Charlie
you
Clips
hate
is
Charlie
fucking
Clips.
terrible.
How dare you?
He's
Get
lost-
off my freaking table.
Okay, so T-Rex had like
What?
somebody die in his family and like did a half-ass performance,
Bullshit.
and
Yeah, that
everybody was
one.
like, he got
Bullshit.
killed,
He
and
got
then.
destroyed.
And then
He got
fucking
destroyed.
Charlie Clips loses to Ilmac Marv 1 of all people. Fucking everybody. Hitman
Yeah, he
Holler.
lost to Marv One, but
He lost to
Yeah,
Hitman
yeah,
Holler.
yeah.
He lost to
Marv
Marv 1. He lost to fucking Immaculate. He lost to Sirius Jones. And like
He
he's
didn't lose
dog
to
shit.
Sirius Jones.
Yeah,
Sirius
he
talking
fucking
about?
did.
He
And
didn't
he's
lose to
fucking
Sirius
terrible.
Jones.
He's I don't know. He's so fucking overrated. Like
Get off
so
my stage.
bad.
So who you checking for? Before I got like I'm all sweating now.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everything,
yeah.
I'm all like,
You're sweaty already.
yeah.
bars.
Comes with being muscular. What you expect? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's what I call it. Sleep at night. Go ahead.
You know what, man? I'm such a fucking like battle nerd that I watch
You watch
almost
like the
everything.
hipster stuff, though,
Like
right? Let's be
I watch
honest.
like the Canadian like dog shit Ground Zero battles that like if those dudes were here they
He's
wouldn't
standing
even.
right here, dog. Chill,
He's
man.
main page in
Damn.
Canada, so
Okay,
there's
there
that.
you go.
I watch the fucking like I watch everything, man. Like if I see it pop up, I'm gonna check it out at least like the first like 5 minutes.
Man, and you're from Arizona. Arizona's making a huge.
Oh
stand
yeah,
in
shout out to
battle
the
rap
fourth
right now,
quarter
man. How's that
movement,
feel?
man. Fucking phenomenal, man. KG the Poet, Rum Nitty, Conscious, and Type Z are killing it for Arizona. You know, Ace Boogie, Kid White, Teddy B.
That's huge.
They're all fucking monsters.
I didn't even
man.
know that much black people in Arizona, dude. To be honest with you.
No, some of those are white actually.
Yeah, I know some of them are white, but
Kid
there was
White's black though. Yeah.
3 of your names were black, and I didn't know there was 3 people in 3 black people in Arizona. I've been to Arizona before.
Have
I've
you?
done hip hop shows in Arizona before, and I didn't see how much black.
That was the hottest sentence you've ever said in your life, man.
That was awesome.
Good, Dick. Who you checking for in
Bars.
the battle shops, man?
Man,
Young one.
well, starting off, I check for old one, not young. I'm just kidding. No. Well, like, okay, well, starting off with like don't flop people, I check for O'Shea. He's always been like one of my favorites.
Time.
But it kind of ties into earlier. Everyone says he's super hard to understand, but I think that makes him funnier
O'Shea's
though.
super hard to
Yeah, he's like,
understand,
you fucking dickhead. It's like you can't understand him, but I feel like that's funnier for me. But it's like O'Shea, Marlo, and Shuffle T, the 2-on-2 team.
Oh, they're fucking phenomenal.
Marlo and Shuffle T.
Yeah,
It's
hilarious.
amazing.
First
Yeah,
time
yeah,
Young
yeah.
Baca watched them was at my house.
Yeah, I openly admit we got the pay-per-view from King Fly. Shout out to King Fly. He sent
Yeah.
us the basket.
Hey,
and
shouts
everything.
out to King Fly for
Yeah,
sure though.
man.
He's actually him and who else? Mainly King Fly is the reason why I battled Cadillac Ron at Takeover, and that was like
huge,
also
man.
that was like
huge.
pretty much one of my biggest
Yeah,
battles
no,
as well.
I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah,
that.
I was
Everyone
there.
was super
So, yeah.
excited. I
Definitely.
was there. It was 150 degrees inside the
Oh,
basement.
dude, it was a fucking
it
sauna
was
in there,
awful.
They're
dude.
giving out
Yeah.
plates, remember?
It was
Yeah,
bad.
they
Yeah,
were
yeah.
himself on
Literally.
the
Plates.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
awful, dude.
Like half.
The Source
Yeah,
has one in his battle against Deadman. He's like holding a plate.
yeah
and
but his
everything's
had food on it.
like grease
Yeah.
spots.
Yeah, Shouts out to the Source. Yeah.
Marlo and Shuffle T, man, amazing. But
Phenomenal.
did
Yeah.
you see the latest battle against Dialect and
Zen.
Yeah.
I didn't finish the battle because I was watching it before you picked me up. To be honest with you, it looked like they were losing a lot in that battle.
They picked it up. They
Did they pick
won.
it up?
They're still champions. That was a title match, 2-on-2
that was
title
a title
match.
match.
They're still champions.
And
yeah.
I was shocked Dialect was in the 2-on-2, correct?
Yeah, for
It
real.
doesn't seem like he'll fit in it.
Yeah, they have a 2-on-2 titles and don't flop. Yeah.
Are you watching battles? What are you doing? You just watching Netflix?
I always keep my Netflix on deck. I'm usually watching the WWE Network.
Yes.
You know.
Oh, I met the Big Show, by the way, on my Canada trip.
That's
yeah.
huge, man. I'm a big fan.
It's
of
crazy.
This
My
show,
turn.
dude.
I like
Yeah.
that selfie. He looked like he hated you so
No,
much.
you know what it was? So it was Sunday, and D-Dub from King of the Dot dropped me off at the airport. So I was like, okay, I'm
Shout
about to go back home, right? Blah blah blah. So I'm in line at the kiosk, ready to get my boarding pass, and I see the 3 flights on United. Yeah. Oh, shouts out to United. Or not so much after this story.
Shout out to United.
The middle one,
That camera
the middle one said canceled because it was in San Francisco. So I was gonna take a trip to the Castro District. No reason, but it said canceled, right?
dope
And I was like,
district.
that's tight. So I go up and so like this dude's trying to rebook my flight for the next day, so I'm gonna have to miss work and shit. So it took like 30 minutes, and I kind of looked to the right of me. I noticed like these new wrestlers. Like I was like, oh hey, that kind of sounds familiar. Like he kind of looks like this guy and this guy. I'm gonna text Brian, be like, hey, look who's here, blah blah blah. But I'm like, oh shit, it really is them. It was like Damian Sandow and Eric Rowan, some new wrestlers and shit. And then like little by little, I saw like Kane pass by, like
cool.
in like hair and glasses, like looking like a normal ass like
right.
PE teacher. And then like fucking like a bunch of wrestlers. And then from the entrance of the airport, I see like this guy almost like, you know, like scrape the top of the doors and shit. I'm like, holy shit, that's Big Show. So he comes up next to me in line, right? And he was kind of the most accessible, so I was like, oh shit. While this guy was processing my rebooking, I just kind of like when I find an opening, I go over. I'm like, excuse me, and he just turns. He's like, what? And I was like, can I take a picture? And he's like, oh yeah, for sure. So then I was like, it's gonna be like selfie, and then like the other wrestlers like his selfie game strong. So then I just take it, and then there it is.
The
Yeah.
Big Show's always been known for selfies, though.
Exactly, yeah. Lex D909, check that out. It's the Big Show selfie. That's like my most liked selfie too. Yeah. Why do I keep favoring this camera though? When in reality it's like on this one and shit. But yeah.
So yo, you got a whole bunch of flights delayed on that trip, correct? Was there a point in the weekend where you didn't think you were gonna be able to battle?
Not at all, because for some weird reason I kept like a positive attitude and shit. Like, yeah, out of like 5 flights, 4 of them were either delayed or canceled, right? So I get to Ontario Airport, and it was like like right when I get there, a 40-minute delay, right? So go to the bar. So
It was like 9 a.m., right?
yeah, it was it was like fucking 6 in the morning.
For some strange reason, that's acceptable in the airport.
Yeah,
to be drunk at
exactly,
9
right,
a.m.,
yeah.
so it's cool.
Yeah, me and Megadev did that the first time in Vancouver. We were fucking,
Shoutouts to Megadeth.
yeah, pounding
Megadeth
that
drinks?
shit.
I didn't know that Megadeth
Oh no,
drinks.
he's
Throwaway bars.
Oh, okay.
A little bit,
All
wine,
Make
you
it
know,
a soft, man.
mainly champagne.
Light beer.
Yeah, but it was like a 40-minute delay, and then in my layover in San Francisco, it was only like 36 minutes of layover, so I was like, fuck, right? So then I land in San Francisco finally, and I go to the entrance, like the Calgary flight, and I see my plane attached to the thing still, but
Nice.
nobody's at the thing, right? So it was like a sad like scene out of a movie. I'm just there with like my backpack looking at the plane, just like just like staring there, and then like I see like a trash lady come by. I'm like, hey, excuse me, is there any way I could get on that plane? It's still attached. That's my flight. And she looked at like the entrance. There's nobody there. She's like, nah. I was like, that's fucked. So that was like the first thing, right? The only flight that went through was the next. I had to spend the night at San Francisco airport. The next morning, I finally went to Calgary, and then that night, my Canadian accent came out right there. I was like, yeah, that's what it's all about, man. But I went to Calgary that night, battled. The next day, the canceled flight with the Big Show, and then on Monday night, it was like a 1-hour delay, but I finally made it back home, thankfully. Yeah.
You did your thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Did you get to
definitely.
work on time the next day or not?
On Tuesday. I was supposed to work on Monday, but
Shit, let's Steve
I
Mr.
don't know.
Canada. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah. I make magic carpets for a living, by the way.
I can tell just by looking at you, man. So, yo, we talked about mainstream not battles, but mainstream rappers coming in.
Right.
You told me you don't like Charlie Clips, which just irritates the hell out of me.
Can you explain? Like, he does what?
That
100
T-Rex
bullets?
battle is amazing.
Can I
Fuck
finish?
100 bullets.
Can I finish?
I don't
Can I
try to
finish?
cuss on this show, but fuck
Can I
100
finish?
bullets.
He
100
does
bullets
what
is soft.
he
Go
does
ahead.
what 100 bullets did, but he has like charisma, and that's all he is. He's 100 bullets with charisma.
You
If
are
100 bullets was
insane,
black, he would
dude.
be Charlie Clips.
Yeah. 100 bullets sure as hell is in life.
He schemes better than Charlie Clips.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah,
Charlie
I said
Clips is
it.
dope. Hollow the Dawn versus Charlie Clips. Who you think's getting that?
Hollow the Dawn's gonna murder him, and then all the fucking fuck boys that like Charlie Clips are gonna make excuses as to why he lost.
Man, you must really not like the state of the battle rap. You don't want to come back again.
Bars.
Hollow the Dawn versus Charlie Clips. Who you think's getting that, man?
Choose wisely.
Shit. If first one that popped in my head, Hollow the Dawn. Just off the strength, yeah.
Suck it.
One time for the West.
I feel everyone in the Smack URL thing sounds the same. They're just a different shade of black.
Damn, right?
That was
Yeah.
racist.
You're not invited to Compton.
Yeah, right?
I don't think I'll invite myself. I'm gonna say Hollow the Dawn.
Ooh, who do you think?
I don't know,
You really
man.
think Charlie Clips could fuck with Hollow the Dawn?
I think Charlie Clips is amazing. His rebuttal skills are amazing.
Yawn.
So, I mean, let's go somewhere that's
He got
even
killed
more.
by Sharon.
No, he didn't.
But
That
Sharon's
was such
a
an
piece of
awkward.
shit.
That was such an
Yeah, if
awkward
you-
battle,
okay,
though.
Sharon sucks.
I disagree with
And
you
he
too. I
beat-
like
and he
Sharon.
beat Charlie
Yeah,
Clips.
I
so
like
that's-
Sharon a
don't-
lot.
I don't-
I like Sharon a lot, dude. Anyways, Sharon versus Pat Stay. Let's go into that. Who you think's getting that?
Okay. I get in this debate with DJ Pin a lot. DJ Pin, shout out. I hope he's watching this.
Yeah.
He's a good friend of ours.
He's like
Probably
shaking
not,
his head.
though.
No, he's like, no.
Yeah.
He
He's not
doesn't-
watching
He
it.
doesn't involve himself
He'll
in
watch
this
the
gay shit.
replay in 2
Yeah,
weeks
yeah.
when he gets around to it.
That's cute. I feel King of the Dot wants Sharon to be champion, and
Because
I feel
you
if
like
the
Pat
battle's
Stay
clo-
doesn't really care about the title, or
yeah, I feel if the battle's close, they're gonna do the whole underdog thing and give it to Sharon.
Right.
But I feel if Pat Stay destroys him, Pat Stay destroys him, which I think Pat Stay is a lot better, so I can see that happening. But I feel like the battle is close for whatever reason. They're gonna give it to Sharon.
I agree with that. But I don't know how close the battle's going to be because, like, Sharon's probably been writing for this for, like, at least a year and a half.
yeah, I
At
think it's
least.
more than a year and a half,
And
dude.
probably a few years, and Pat Stay's probably been writing for 2 weeks.
Pat Stay probably just started writing tonight.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I mean, let's be honest about it. So you think Sharon's gonna get that?
I agree with what he says. Like, if Sharon can make it close, like, ordinarily, if they each had a month to prepare or whatever, like, I think Pat Stay would destroy him, honestly. But Sharon's just been preparing for his whole fucking life for this battle. He's been saving up bars. I think if he makes it close, then it's going to go to Sharon.
Mr. Canada himself.
What do you think, man?
Canada, eh? I got my bars in the car. Yeah, that was probably like a shit Canada accent. Everyone's like mad at me over there. Yeah, this is probably the opinion, but I'm afraid that the underdog effect might ruin the battle and people will just give it to Sharon no matter what. But I think Pat Stay is gonna win the battle, no matter whether they give it to him or not.
Man,
Fair
you
enough.
guys discount the fact that they love Pat Stay up there.
They love Pat Stay.
They
Yeah, yeah.
love Pat Stay. You think they're just
But they
gonna
also
hand
love
over
a
to
good
Sharon?
story. That's the
That's
thing,
true.
too.
Exactly,
That's
yeah.
true. So, while on the same subject,
Keep in mind, Arcane's won the title
Where did this shit
twice.
come from?
Arcane sucks, dude.
Arcane's
the fact
won the
that
title
he's won the
twice.
title blows my mind.
So the
I
fact
think
that
he's
Arcane's
dope.
won the title twice,
think
Sharon has a
Arcane's
chance
dope?
in this battle.
I don't. How are we friends? We don't agree on anything.
He
dude.
does what every opponent he's ever battled, he does what they do better, and he flips on. That shit is not easy to do.
You insane. Dude.
Okay, first of all, no.
You motherfucker.
Yo, what do you feel about all the antics that have been going on with Taylite lately? Because to be honest with me, it was hard for me to watch the battle when he went against Pat Stay. It was just like, what the hell are you doing, dude? You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
it's entertaining as fuck, to be honest.
I think it's
That's my
entertaining.
opinion. Yeah.
Some of that stuff is hard
His-
for me to watch. You know what I'm
One of
saying?
his
And
rounds when he
that's
was
why it's
spitting-
entertaining, though. I think that's why it's entertaining because it's so hard to watch.
So was a car accident entertaining when you like?
It's just like
Well, you're gonna watch it.
yeah. Like I remember Redemption actually, Kamboa MC. He posted a status saying like when 2 Chainz first came out, he's like, yeah, everyone knows he sucks, but it's entertaining, right? Everyone knows he kind of sucks, but it's like watching a car crash. You love to hear him, and same deal with Daylight. I think like whatever he's, you know.
It's kind of interesting to me because I look at Daylight as a guy who's getting these bigger battles, and he's not really battling, and I find that really dope. I feel like he found his niche. he found like a little chink in the system, and he's going to.
That was racist.
Yeah, like I feel like like Daylight found a way to get to certain battles and to make money doing this without even trying.
But see, like he does it when he's on the big stage, but he doesn't. Have you noticed he doesn't do antics in the Fresh Coast?
That's true. I saw a status about that as well.
Oh, really?
They were bragging how he doesn't do antics on the Fresh Coast. Why do you think that is?
I honestly don't know, but like, I think that he
That's
earns.
great for the show. Where you
But
don't know.
he still wears like costumes and stuff.
Not on the Fresh Coast.
Not on the Fresh Coast.
Didn't
Like
he-
chill.
Well, he did. The KKK shit was on the Fresh
Yeah,
Coast.
But that's only because it was the LA Battlegrounds. It was against
Battlegrounds.
Fats. Yeah.
So that
Wow.
doesn't count.
Doesn't
on
count.
KOTD Fresh Coast, he doesn't do
Okay, I thought we were
antics.
just meaning
He
like
didn't
West
on
Coast in
the
general.
on Ether either. He didn't do anything. And that was one of the best battles of the night. That was the best battle of the night.
He kind of did do something though. Where he had B. Scatlin.
The third
and
round.
He had Dre
He
Fishers
was
come
gonna have
out.
his mom come up, right? Is that what it was?
He
I
had a
don't
point
know.
though, but
That's what I
Lush
heard.
cut him off. I think.
What was
That's
his point? That he wanted them to get booed?
I
'Cause
think
that's
he was
what
gonna.
he said.
I think he was gonna have.
Was it really?
I
He
think
said,
that
I want him to get booed. That was the whole anthem.
I think he was gonna have like my little homies do it, and then he was gonna bring out his mom because I know his mom was there and she was on stage. So I'm pretty sure that's what the antic was gonna be. That's a good point.
I don't
didn't
know,
even think
man.
of that.
Some of that stuff, it's just extremely hard to watch. But like I said, when Daylight, like you said, when Daylight goes ball for ball with somebody, it's amazing.
Crazy.
Even
Oh
though
my
he
God.
did the Matrix antics when he battled, it was B
Magic,
Magic.
yeah.
It was amazing when he had
That was,
red
yeah.
bill, blue bill. It was great. Just some of that stuff is just really hard for me to watch, and I can't imagine being a promoter or somebody that organizes these events and then have Daylight come through and do that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like Total Slaughter was our chance for battle rap to take the next leap up and really establish ourselves in mainstream hip hop. And he was laying there on his boxes in front of Ebro, Royce the 5'9", in front of major people. You know what I'm saying? I was
But put it
embarrassed.
this way. That event was centered around Joe Budden versus Hollow Don.
100%.
Daylight went into that event like, no, people are going to talk about me. And that's what he did.
But is it good?
We're talking about him right now.
Is any publicity
Right.
good publicity?
I
That's
think
what you're
so.
saying then, right?
I think so. Like,
So you should just get naked on the show is what you're saying. Because then people will talk about you.
if that's what people talk about me. You know, like, for example, we're talking about Daylight right now. There's 100 rappers we could talk about, but we're talking about Daylight.
Right. Like nobody.
I agree.
Do you remember who he battled that day? Who won Total Slaughter?
T-Rex won technically.
He didn't know that, and you probably didn't know that.
I forgot.
That's
yeah,
that's
right.
And you know
crazy,
that 'cause you're
right?
a
That's
fucking nerd.
crazy. Yeah.
Nobody
exactly.
knows that
Yeah.
T-Rex
Nerds that rap.
won Total Slaughter, but Daylight got naked and fucking ate shit from his pants.
But isn't that embarrassing for you as a battle rapper? When people ask you, what do? You say, this is what I do. And they're thinking of Daylight in the back of their mind. Are you okay with that?
I don't think they're thinking of Daylight though.
We're talking about him. They're thinking about Daylight.
It's so actually.
When Ebro thinks of battle rappers, he thinks of Daylight. He's openly admitted on Hot 97.
Well, the thing
Exactly,
is, when
yeah.
people come up to me, and I actually think this would offend a lot of people, if someone went up to a guy who's really trying hard to make music and said, you're a battle rapper, that
Yeah.
actually might offend that MC.
Right.
Whereas some people come up to me and say, you're a battle rapper, I'd be like, oh, that's where you know me from? That's cool, but I'm doing other shit. You know, and I think that's what the thing is, like, I don't look at battle rap as who I am, and I don't think a lot of people should do that. Like, unless you're the Source. But also, what does he do? He does like the...
He does the poker shit.
He does the poker shit.
And he's
you
dropped
know?
an album or two, maybe. I know
Yeah,
he's
you
put
know
out
what I mean?
Like, he puts out
So,
music
like,
too.
I feel like when it's like, oh, Daylight's not the face of battle rap, so
Right.
it's not a problem, you know. But he does his thing, and I think we should just let him do his thing. And the thing is, what's Daylight gonna do next? I think that's the question too. Like, and we're all I don't watch battle rap that much anymore, and I'm like, but I always hear about what Daylight does, and I always rewatch what Daylight did. You know, like, I just don't have the patience to watch a 45-minute to an hour battle anymore. So, you know, I might watch a round or
Well, I
two.
mean, without a pussy, it's kind of hard, right?
You know,
Yeah.
you know, like, you know, I'm so far into the friend zone with, you know, it's
Yeah.
hard. You know, I don't get enough Wi-Fi in the friend zone to watch all these battles.
That was awkward. I was like drinking to that. I'm like friend zone. Like yeah.
Hey, you and me both, man. You and me both. So, yo, with that being said, what do you feel like the state of battle rap is right now?
You know what? It's falling off a little bit from like the main, you know what I mean, like commercial people. But I think that right now the MCs are the most talented that they've ever been, and I think that's what's important.
This is an interesting question because
Indeed.
if I were to go, I mean, anyone who's not getting the opponents they deserve, whatever, or their shines, like everyone has different answers, right? But to be honest, just straightforward, I think it's great and it's only going to get better because, for example, like at the beginning of the show, the whole Fresh Coast thing, booking all these million viewed rappers, they're booking them and then they're getting a million views. So at the end of the day, the people who are winning are the fans. So I think it's better than ever and it's only going to get better. So
I personally feel I have this debate with Lex a lot. I feel it was better. I feel like the events were better when they used to do Grizzle Mania and Battle of the Bay.
Shout out to Grind Time.
The thing is, the lowest battle on that card main events a lot of these events now. I feel like there's a lot of this, like, we need to build a new generation, and they kind of forgot the old generation, but then the old generation doesn't really battle anymore, so you need a new generation. And I feel like battle rap right now is in this weird little, like, stagnant, like, we're trying to push a new generation, but at the same time we have this old generation. And I think that's why the Fresh Coast, to an extent, flies out battle rappers, because they don't maybe feel their Ground Zero rappers are ready to be on the main stage at Battle of the Bay.
And this is how you know we're virgins. We talked about battle rap for an hour.
Yeah, it was easy too.
Exactly, yeah. We're asking for another hour right now. Yeah.
I don't watch it, and I was able to, like, I think I talked the most.
But I feel like the West Coast has a lot of great battle rappers coming out. I think Dre Vicious is amazing.
Yeah.
I think Lex is amazing. Young One's okay.
Bars.
You know what? I think that's my problem though. Is that I think that not everybody, but most cats that are Ground Zero West Coast would fucking demolish the dudes in Canada. Like the Canadian dudes, like some of them wouldn't even be Prove Yourself. They would be stuck in fucking the low leagues out here. They'd be scrambling to get fucking.
To be honest,
I agree 100%.
Yeah, the West Coast has the most talent, and even the Canadians admit that. Like every time it's brought up in like forums and shit, everyone says, yeah, the West Coast has the greatest talent.
And I think, I look at it from this perspective as well, and I look at someone like Caustic as an example.
Who is amazing, but he's still down there.
Yeah,
shows how much talent we have in the West Coast.
In the West Coast, we could do the bar shit. We've proven it a
Absolutely.
lot of times. But the thing is, Caustic is the kind of guy who will go. Did he battle Arsenal? Was it like you showed me an Arsenal battle with Caustic? Right?
He hasn't battled Caustic yet. Arsenal.
Then
Caustic
who's the guy?
He just battled somebody at Battle
Head Ice.
Head Ice.
No, it wasn't Head Ice.
Before that, John the Don. At Resurgence? No,
this is months.
Cortez.
Kelly Smooth.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
the point is, I've seen
He
Caustic.
didn't battle Cali Smooth, did he?
He battled
did
him
at Ether.
And he fucking
The
killed him like
opening
that.
battle.
No,
That was a triple.
The
That's
thing
weird,
is,
yeah.
I've seen
Fuck outta
Caustic battle these guys, mix jokes, mix serious shit, and that's what the West Coast is really good at. We're
Absolutely.
not one-dimensional. But the thing is, every once in a while you see a URL guy pop a joke, and we're like, oh, that's hilarious, but it sucked.
Because we're not used to him doing
We're
it.
not used to it. But the thing is, on the West Coast, I think we're a multi-dimensional battle rap community where, I feel like people expect more from us.
Absolutely.
But the thing is, like, I've never seen a situation where when the West Coast was tested, they failed.
Absolutely.
I agree. I mean, we have people like Megadeth, who I think Megadeth not only is a good friend of mine, I think he's an amazing battle rapper.
Absolutely.
And he just got put on Crown Zero with
A-Class.
A-Class.
That's the thing. Why is he still on Ground Zero?
They actually
that's
just
a whole other debate,
They
man.
uploaded that to the
they
main
uploaded
page.
that to the main page as like a Ground Zero feature.
Was that the A-Class one?
Yeah, A-Class.
That was really dope.
But it was
Very good.
originally uploaded.
It
to
was
Ground
originally
Zero.
Ground
So
Zero,
what
that's
do you
the
think made
thing.
him change their mind? The fact that Megadeth
Exactly.
said he'll show up at the doorstep.
That's
or?
an issue with me because I've been
Bars.
I haven't battled in a while. All my friends are still doing this, and they're still in this, like, they're moving up, but at the same time their battle is still getting uploaded to the same place they were 2 to 3 years ago.
Right.
No hitting the glass ceiling.
Yeah, and I was like, why is Lex battling Joe Cutter and Cadillac Ron and putting the performance of his life, and then can't get booked on the Fresh Coast anymore?
I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to put the URL type dudes on the main page, and they're trying to put like the original like backpack rappers on Ground Zero.
I feel like there should be a certain respect, not respect, that's the wrong word, but certain little things like, if you want to go see that shit, go watch a battle on URL and
Right.
let King of the Dot do what King of the Dot does.
I think that Ground Zero West Coast should have its own channel. Honestly,
I mean, that's basically what it is, though.
no,
To
because
be
we share it with Canada though.
I think most of the, maybe just because I live on the West Coast, but I feel like most of the main Ground Zero battles are from the West Coast, from
The
the
good
West
ones
Coast.
are, but not the majority of them. The majority of them come from Canada. They only have one division. They have like 3 divisions.
If you could
up
call
there.
out any Canadian Ground Zero rapper, who would it be?
They don't even have anybody in Ground Zero. Who do they have? HK? He's dog shit. Fucking Philip Solo. No offense. Why would you battle Philip Solo? Philip Solo did not deserve a battle with you.
For the trip.
For the trip. He does not deserve that battle. You should be battling dudes like Fingers. If Fingers was in the West Coast, he would not be getting fucking Shardy Horror. He'd be battling
He would be
me.
a Cali Smooth,
He'd be
right?
No, Cali Smooth gets main page. He'd be
I
Ground
don't know
Zero.
why. I'm a big fan of Cali Smooth. Like, well, cool, but I don't know why he gets main page.
I don't know either.
Well, you know what? And maybe the issue is too that Lex is maybe more respectful to these guys than we are, and that's why he gets these battles. And
No,
we
and
never
that's
did.
no, absolutely, I agree. But I mean, like, who does Canada have that's Ground Zero like material? They either have top tier cats like Cheddar and Pat and fucking Sharon, or they have dog shit rappers like Philip Solo and Little G.
Well, you know what? I'm not
Talk
gonna
to
lie.
that shit.
I'm not gonna lie.
Talk that shit,
I
young one.
was telling Lex was showing me all his battles, and I was like, dude, it feels like you're battling the same guy over and over when you go up there.
Absolutely, and they're not that good. Lex is running through everybody. Like, who do they have?
And Lex is like trying to be quiet.
Keep this going. Keep going.
He's
Keep
like,
going. Yeah.
like, Lex is like,
I see you.
Lex is trying to be
Say it
quiet. He's
again.
like, yeah, I'm still trying to get booked up there, so
No,
I'm
like-
not gonna say anything.
But
but
who
you
do
can
they
talk
have?
about shit.
Like, if Fingers was here, Fingers would be on Ground Zero. HK would be Improve Yourself. And if HK was from the Fresh Coast with the skill that he has, he would never get to battle Megadeth.
I can see that.
Flat out. He would never get to battle Psychosis.
Yeah.
Flat
Psychosis
out,
is dope,
right?
man.
Psychosis is a fucking monster. He's
Yeah,
just
shout
fucked
out to
up in pose.
Psychosis though. Yeah.
I heard Psychosis had an amazing battle
Yeah.
at
Oh, I was
Battle
there.
Debate.
It was fucking
I
phenomenal.
got paid $30 to battle him in casual conflicts too. Yeah.
Nice. How was Battle Debate real quick before we finish up?
I just went to day one because I rolled up there with Psychosis actually, and he had to be
nice.
back the next day. So we drove up there like on fucking Wednesday night, and we were back here by Friday morning. It was the craziest trip. It felt like it took 2 weeks. It was the craziest fucking trip of my life.
How was day one?
Day one was fucking phenomenal. There was not a bad battle. Like, there was people who didn't do so hot, but AM stood out. AM Peanut, fucking monster.
And how is he
Yo,
still in Ground Zero?
He's not gonna watch this, but I'm calling AM out right now.
Oh,
Yeah. Isn't he your like best friend though?
Yeah, man. Me and him are besties. We tweet maybe
Hold on,
once
hold
a
on.
month.
Yeah. Keep going though.
If AM and fucking Madflex, I feel like those are 2 guys who are stuck in Ground Zero. But if they move to Canada, they'd fucking be King of the Dot champion.
I feel like me.
Wait. Call him out again.
I'm calling out AM or Peanut to a battle. I feel like me and him could put on like the best 600 views on the
Yes.
planet.
Yeah.
On Ground Zero?
AM officially called out by the
What's
2 million viewed rapper.
Yeah, well, you're not gonna get 2 million views battling me though.
So, yo, man, let's wrap this up. We got a lot of stuff we covered in this episode. We can go on for another 2 hours.
I feel good about it.
Because most of us don't have girlfriends. Let's be
Yeah,
honest about
exactly.
it.
I have one.
Young one, what's popping? Your dog doesn't count. What you got going on? What do you want to promote?
Hey, talk about your dog, bro.
I love my dog.
If I ever see a dog, I will kick it in his face.
I will kick
I'm
you
so
back.
sick and tired of your Facebook posts.
Check
with your
out my
damn
self-
dog,
check out
dude.
my Facebook
I'm so
post.
sick of it.
Of my baby dog. Her name is Molly. Shout out to 100%ers Clothing. They're fucking awesome. Shout out to Jordan River Recordings. That's my studio. If you need studio time in LA, holler at me. Lex Dino's. Throwaway Bars, GHK, the Adrian 4000. He's right back there.
Brian Anderson. About it.
Yeah, that's it. I guess B-Side Show. Shout out Fresh Coast. All that cool shit.
Lex, make your
Yeah,
shout outs,
yeah.
baby.
Shouts out.
Call some people out, baby. Just get us some views.
Okay. Ooh. You know what?
Oh, man.
Rematch Psychosis.
Never
I'm
done
gonna go to my favorite camera X right here. Yeah. No. Yeah. You know who's a faggot though? Uno Lavos though. We've been called.
I think Uno Lavos is dope, though.
Shouts
man.
out.
I do too.
Shouts out to the homosexual community.
Yeah,
before
yeah.
You know, I
No, of
represent
course.
hard for you guys.
Of course.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No,
Do your
no.
thing.
We've been confirmed twice in a battle, officially confirmed in a rap battle. We're both preparing for each other, and he backed out twice.
Wait, call out Uno Lavos.
No,
again.
Uno Lavos is a faggot because we've been confirmed twice in a battle. And you know what? I'm gonna talk that shit. I beat Cheddar Cheese. Cheddar Cheese would murder Uno Lavos. Uno Lavos ain't shit. He's stuck in PGs and URL. Bow, your mama.
That was weird.
Make some shout outs, man. What you got going on?
Okay, well,
You got out working on?
since Lex is every time, okay, me and him are in a rap duo, and we're called Alpha D Omega, and we're
You
making
guys
it,
performed at We the West 10.
Yeah,
and
we were-
like I said, I don't want to say I was shocked, but you guys did great, and I really enjoyed your music.
I wore flower pattern sweatpants today.
Nice.
Me every time something about ADO needs to happen, and I tell Lex to use his like battle rap credentials. Like right now, he was supposed to shout us out, and he just totally dropped the ball. So ADO, we're working on an EP. It's called Cold Pizza. The reason why it's called Cold Pizza is because me and Lex are one of the biggest arguments we ever got, where we almost didn't become friends anymore, was over what's better, hot pizza or cold pizza.
Hot pizza.
And which one's better?
Well, it's like, okay, hot pizza when it's freshly made is the best. But would you rather reheat your pizza or eat it cold? Go.
I would reheat it to the appropriate temperature.
Oh, I have a
Get
question
it,
though.
Get it nice and melted.
Was it in the refrigerator cold, or was it just been sitting out?
Refrigerator cold.
Reheat.
Reheat. So, but
Refrigerator cold is nasty.
But would you eat it?
It's a
sitting
white
out?
thing. It's a white thing.
If it's just
Eat a
been
dick.
sitting out, like it's been hanging out for like half an hour, like somebody bought it and you get home and it's cold and then you go to eat it, that's the best pizza.
Okay, maybe it's because I don't know, like maybe because you guys still had to make your own fire out of sticks and stones in Mexico or whatever.
Once again, racist.
But we have technology here in white America, and we can keep it cold, you know.
How much cold pizza do you eat? That button is hanging on for dear life. Look at it.
Yeah, why
Yeah.
Eminem in the song.
Hey, we're about to get hit in the eye with
Yo,
one of those
yo,
buttons
yo,
right
yo,
now.
yo.
Hold on.
Get your shout outs in.
Okay. I do this little thing called the Gray Area where I interview artists and
Shout
stuff.
me out.
I'm gonna shout Young One. I actually today booked my first interview. It's gonna happen in a few weeks. I'm gonna interview Lucky I Am from the Living Legends.
Nice. That's
good
big. That's big.
Congratulations.
And
You
if
gave him $30,
but
right?
yeah, I'm gonna
30
give,
bucks, yeah.
I'm gonna give him $30, and if he declines, maybe you guys can edit this out.
Bars.
But
live.
I got it confirmed, and I want to start a podcast with my friend Daniel Sanchez, DJ Pen, but I still have to meet with him. So, but those are my shoutouts.
All right, man. Young Baca Productions is a B-side show for him. The State of Art. You can catch us next Friday. We the West 11, the Airliner, the largest hip hop showcase in Los Angeles. Until somebody calls me out and out, I'm gonna keep saying it. DJ Nimfo on the ones and twos. This is a B-side show for him. We out, baby.
you
Young
like
Life,
sex a
just
lot?
different on this side.
Your mama.
Yeah. I can't turn my microphone off.